OpenGL 2.x is the way to go, Major. I assure you.
So you were saying that the OpenGL 1.x fixed function pipeline is giving way to the 2.x programmable pipeline paradigm?
Yes, Major, precisely correct.
What is your report?
The Ericsson based their implementation on the research that was done for that. In addition, there are floating point textures who are added to the API, so you can have 16 and 32-bit float textures. These do exist as an extension in desktop OpenGL, but they haven't yet been added to Core for ES 2.0. They were made part of Core. Continuing with what's new, frame buffer objects were added to the Core API. So again, this is a feature that exists in desktop OpenGL, but currently it uses an extension, the ext frame buffer object. And the extension, if you're familiar with that, the implementation for ES is very similar. We've added a couple of restrictions. What I want to do now is talk about what's changed in the API aside from the shading language. So first of all, let's talk about what's new, what was added for ES 2.0. First of all, there are new vertex and attribute data formats. Two of them are the fixed data type, which is signed 15.16 fixed point value, which can be useful on implementations that don't have a floating point CPU. In addition, there's a new optional vertex type, half float, which is half float, which is the same as we have in desktop, which allows you to compress your vertex data into half the size of a normal float. In addition, there's a new compressed texture format, Ericsson texture compression. This is a block texture compression format, an RGB compression format that has the same compression characteristics of DXT in terms of the size, although it uses an algorithm that in some cases can yield up better results. If you're interested in the algorithm on that, look up some papers on iPacman. Ericsson based their implementation on the research that was done for that. In addition, there are floating point textures right out of the API, so you can have 16 and 32-bit float textures. These do exist as an extension in desktop OpenGL, but they haven't yet been added to Core. For ES 2.0, they were made part of Core. Continuing with what's new, is frame buffer objects.